So we're going to check out one of my favorite places in Branson, along with a little extra, the Branson Landing. So this is one of those places that a lot of people that come to Branson don't know about, or they think it's just shopping, and that's the Branson Landing. So we're gonna give you a little tour around here, as well as show a little bit of downtown. Let's see some of the favorite little spots that I go to when I'm around here, and have some fun checking it out. So one of the first things is a couple of the places over here. You can see Cold Stone Creamery over there, the Wild Orange Boutique, Qdoba, and there's a few little spots right there. But as we swing around, this is the actual Branson Landing, and Paula Deen's is brand new, haven't been there yet. If you want the nice big balloon ride up to the top, Disney Springs actually has one of these as well. So just a fun little deal. Yes, there are a lot of shops here, but there is more than just shops, and so we'll show you some of those things that you can check out. So you can see it's a steampunk themed balloon. Seats on the outside, so it's not a walking deck on there. You do actually just sit in the chair. And then when you come around, this is actually where you will check in. And we're here morning, so they're not open yet. And then, of course, like other outdoor malls, yes, you do have other stores and stuff like that, and big scary faces staring at you. So here's a couple of spots. You got the station, which actually refers to the area in the mall. Clothing stores, but then you got the Interactive Treasure Museum. Ooh, actually I have not been in there yet, so I have no idea what that is like. But as we come down, this is actually one of my favorite stores, is the games. And again, we're early. They'll open up here in about an hour, but lots of games and toys, and it's fun to actually have a toy store you can walk around in. Also fairly new down here is Andy B's. This is a bowling alley, but not just a bowling alley. There is a lot more in it, and even those of you who are traditional bowlers, this might kind of get you a little bit, because there's all sorts of lighting effects and props, and it doesn't take bowling quite as seriously. It has arcades in it and all sorts of other stuff. Another one of my favorite spots, though, that I have visited a few times is the 7D Dark Ride Adventure in the Mirror Maze. And there is also a full arcade in there. That's what that whole end is all the arcade part of it. But just a lot of fun. The Mirror Maze and the Dark Ride Adventure is a ton of fun. So a couple things in this little corner. Joe's Crab Shack is very well known for its seafood. Saltgrass Steakhouse is actually really good as well. You've got the quote-unquote tiki bar down here. So Andy B's Tiki Bar is just a little bar, of course, but if you look close, you can see that the river, they call it a lake, it's really not a lake, it's a river, but it is right there. So you get a wonderful little view of the water as you're there. Oh, and then this is also fairly new in the last couple of years, the Mellow Mushroom Pizza Bakers. And I have not heard anything about them as of yet. So something that we will have to check out at some point. And oh yeah, there's all sorts of little things here like pirates. Arr. This is actually another one of our favorite stores. I love Hot Topic. I know that's going to sound really weird coming from a 50-year-old guy, but it's got the Doctor Who and Marvel and all sorts of other stuff in there as well. So they do have a pretty nice Hot Topic store here. The other neat thing is as you come down here, you can see how tall this is. There is actually a Hilton Hotel here, and you can stay in these rooms right above the landing. They are not cheap rooms. I want to be clear on that, but it is a neat place to stay if you want to. Just a couple other stores. Candy, of course, as well as the homemade candy. Yes, they make their fudge and caramel apples and stuff right there. Bath & Body Works, which has a line outside the door already, but let's make you hungry. Yum, yum, yum. And you can see that they are getting ready for the day in there. One of my wife's favorite shops. So she's going to poke in there, and I'll show you a couple other things down here. the Pepper Place hot sauces. And I mean, they've got some great hot sauces if you're into that. Ride Maker, this is another place that actually used to be at downtown Disney, now Disney Springs, where you can build your own remote control car. Customize it, use the pieces that you want, pretty much do whatever you would like with that. It's a really neat deal. And then swing you around, Build-A-Bear is here, and this is actually the hotel. Stay right there at the Hilton. But one of the coolest things is going to be coming up just down the mall a little bit here. One of our favorite things. So this is kind of the center of it, and they used to actually have Ride the Ducks tours out here, but you can see they've got Alpine Coaster car, the fountain here, and then one of my favorite spots you can kind of see bouncing around just a little bit down here is the fountains. And these actually play music that goes along with it. And those big black pillars, I don't know if they'll do it this morning, but they actually shoot flames. It's really cool when it's all going and everything. So, yep, this is Branson's version of the dancing fountains. Or mini Bellagio. Very mini Bellagio. Because that's about all they do. But yeah, you can even walk behind them. And then, of course, more restaurants. So you've got Mexican food there. And then the Land Shark is there. But during 4th of July, they actually set up a big stage down here and have concerts. And they'll do that throughout the year, too. Neat little spot. And then, of course, it's back to the rest of the mall. And you can see up towards downtown Branson up there as well. In fact, I mentioned concerts. Well, here is their concert schedule. Right there. So fun stuff. So this is kind of the back half of the mall, or the front half, depending upon which end you park at. I usually park at the opposite, so. But a number of little boutiques in here, Old Time Photo. Dick's Five and Dime has a little mini version that should be down at this end. At least it used to be. There is a Spice and Tea Exchange. And all sorts of little things. And then down at the very end, you can get a little glimpse of it. That is the Bass Pro. Not anywhere near as big as the one in Springfield, but still a good sized little shop. And yes, there's another marble slab here too. Also, if you want to get show tickets and stuff, there are a couple spots down here you can get those. And then another little stop. You can see the Branson Railroad over there. That is the main Hilton Hotel on that side as well that you see in their convention center. Lots of groups do conventions down there, which put you walking distance from here. And these are things that you would probably only see highlighted in Branson. You know, real modern wear. Yep. Welcome to Branson, where things are a little different. Where you can still actually buy one-piece swimsuits with no problem. Okay, the very end, on the sports, another candy emporium. Yes, candy's a big thing here. There's your Dick's Five and Dime. Although I'll show you the outside of the real store. This is a very mini version of it. An as seen on TV store. And then of course there's Bass Pro. So as we come up here past Bass Pro shops, probably another one of my favorite spots is right down over here. This is actually Lake Taneycomo. It's a river that's been dammed up, which is why they call it a lake, but it's still really a river. But you can actually walk right down here. You can do like this couple is. You can go fishing. They have speedboat excursions. You can just enjoy walking along the water. The White River Mercantile, and I probably got that name wrong. But there's a restaurant right there that's just wonderful food. It was actually while we were eating there that we saw a bald eagle fly right above the water here. So just a very pretty area, nice and quiet. That's actually one spot that even during summer is relatively quiet, is to walk down there. So this is a look at the arcade. It's actually a really cool looking arcade. Because you come up and, hey look, it's cars. And yes, he actually moves and other stuff. We'll see if he does here in a second. But yes, you can insert cash, use a credit card, And you'll see all sorts of stuff moving here. Let's see, free prizes. 1 ticket out of every 6 wins something, including t-shirts, go-kart rides, and zipline tickets. Get a ticket for every 1,000 points. Well, that's kind of cool. And then you take it over to the zipline just down the way here. And it's 1 game for $3.
I was talking to old farmer Hee-Haw the other day. He said he needed a new truck. I told him, go see cow, go see cow, go see cow.
Here's cow winning.
Cow, that's in California.
Fort Hills, Los Angeles.
That's hilarious.
It is.
That was a TV commercial when I was a kid.
So after you do your shooting, then you take your winning tickets, I got 2, over to the zipline spot and see if you won anything. So we'll see if we won anything. Probably not.
I'm really excited. As a winner, I got a wristband.
It's a cool little wristband. It says fast shot, sharpshooter. Ooh. And I dropped my ticket, my non-winning ticket. I almost forgot to mention a couple of these spots. This is the zip line. You can actually see the lines going up the hill there. You're sitting in a chair, they pull you up, they let you slide back. It's not an exciting zip line, but it's kind of cool. And there's also a little arcade here as well, right next to Great American Cookies. Just to let you know where the landing actually is, you can see it actually on the left side here, right down by the waterfront. And as we make the right turn on the Shepherd of the Hills Boulevard, there's the Branson train. You can see the Hilton over there on the left. And then looking up the hill, this is actually downtown Branson. Old Branson, if you will. This is on the opposite side of Highway 65 from what most people think of as Branson. But this is actually one of the best spots. You saw all the shops there. Well, there's even more stores and shops and restaurants here in old downtown Branson. Lots of unique little things. The leather shop is up here. If you remember Dino the pianist, his cake shop's right over here on the left. Yes, he retired from playing piano to make cakes. But all sorts of fun little unique things. You do have to be very careful in this area. As you can see, this is not a high traffic day, and yet lots of cars, lots of traffic, and as you're going to see here in just a second, lots of tourists walking right in front of the cars that are already moving. This is Dick's 5 and Dime. This is the real one. If you go to Branson, you got to go to Dick's 5 and Dime. It is the most amazing shop. It will give you claustrophobia. My wife can't go in because of that. But again, more really fun, unique shops. There's a wonderful ice cream shop up here on the corner and a game library where you get to go in and just play board games and stuff. Right over here, right in front of us. So one of our favorite spots in town. So if you're in Branson, be sure to check all this out. Hope you enjoyed this little drive along with us and checking out everything and had a lot of fun. We did. We had a great day just out relaxing. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks so much for watching. God bless. And actually, one of the things I really like with the landing as I walk up here is you get to see what we call Lake Taneycomo. Lake Taneycomo. And really what Lake Tony, boy, I can't talk.